Good morning, everyone. It's our second day on the Disney Wonder. Today is Tuesday, November 1st, 2022. And Ben was like, oh, it's November, but hey, we're on a cruise ship. I really do like being on a cruise ship, and this is especially pleasant. We're just so happy to be here. We're very excited. Let me show you the view that we woke up to. We are out at sea, but there's some mountainous type islands off in the distance. You can see the waves moving. It definitely feels smoother now. I feel like we slowed down. We definitely felt like we were going quite fast last night. Okay, we're on our way to breakfast. We came down the forward elevators, and so we walked through the adults only area to get midship. And we just a couple more things about the app that are kind of annoying. I just used up my whole data plan trying to upload a video for you guys. So sorry, you're gonna have to wait for that video because that didn't work. And the upload stopped because I ran out of data. So I just had to buy another $89. We don't like that the Wi-Fi on Disney is by megabyte, whereas on other cruise lines it's by speed. Another thing is I don't like that to get to the Wi-Fi, it's actually a website. It's outside of the app. So that's kind of confusing.
It's some other company.
Yeah, it's very strange. We set our alarm and got up early so we could have sit-down breakfast in Triton's this morning. All right, we're here in Triton's, which I really like Triton's and the Royal Palace and the Royal Court, that type of restaurant that's on the Disney, at least the first 4 ships. And we have a nice table over here by the window. So it's this like stained glass, and then it's the hallway out there, and then it's the windows, the outside. It's very pretty in here. And the napkins are folded into like little like suit coats. There's a really neat mosaic of Ariel and Triton over on the far wall. It is surprisingly busy in here this morning. Usually on our last cruise on Royal Caribbean, a table service breakfast in the main dining room was almost empty. So, except it got busier the later it got, didn't it? Yeah, we got in there early, and the later it got, the busier it got, which seems to be a pattern everywhere we go. Ben got very, very French toast is what it was called, and he got a side of hash browns. And I got blueberry pancakes, hash browns, and bacon. This is extra blueberry sauce if I want it. Just wanted to show, here's the hours for the photos. We just had an impromptu meet and greet with Goofy. He's dressed in his mummy costume, and the guy stopped and let us take a photo with him even though he wasn't at his place. So I loved his costume, and he gave us big hugs. Sorry I couldn't get that on video. I can't really video myself hugging someone. Okay, we're on our way to meet Mickey right now. You can meet the princesses down, I think. Do you have a reservation for that maybe? Cinderella, Ariel, Tiana, and Belle. And Moana, he just told us is on, they've cut off the line, but she's coming back at 10:15. And Mickey is this way.
It's so nice to meet you.
My shoes untied.
Charlie, put it away, please.
There's Mickey.
Peppy had it.
He's in his cool outfit. These are the shops. So you go past the shops, and he's out here where you get for the, ooh, very long queue. Yeah. Okay, I gotta back up a little. We enjoyed our breakfast very much. We ate every bit of it, both of us. Oh, and then we ran into Goofy, and then we went and waited in quite a lengthy line to meet Mickey. And in fact, I think they were just over time by the time we got up to him. His time for meeting and taking photos. He was in his vampire outfit. Is he a vampire? A bat? Something spooky. The characters obviously want to have very nice, memorable, positive interactions with everyone they meet, but the photo people and the staff kind of have to rush you along because there's a lot of people waiting to meet them. So I think she should have cut that particular line off a little earlier. Oops. But anyway, we did get to meet Mickey. And now we're going to take a nice walk around the promenade deck because I love the full promenade deck on Disney Wonder and Disney Magic. The ocean is beautiful. It's nice and cool, actually.
It's freezing.
It's actually kind of chilly, yeah. One thing I did want to tell you about real quick was the passenger makeup on this particular sailing. The vast majority of the passengers are adults. There are a good number of kids, but the vast majority of the children that are on board are very small. So it's like babies, toddlers, preschoolers. There's very, very few older kids. So there's really no kids in elementary school, middle school, high school. Ben is in a very small minority of kids. Have you seen any other teenagers at all?
Yeah.
How many? Just a couple. Yeah. I mean, what I attribute that to is it's schools going right now. So that's something to keep in mind. For a vast majority of Disney Cruise Line sailings, you know, people think, oh, I don't want to go on Disney Cruise Line. It's just going to be mobbed with kids. That's not true. For, 40 weeks of the year, school's in session, and there's kids here, yeah, but they're little kids. They're very tiny, and they're actually quite adorable. And so, I mean, they're little babies and toddlers and stuff. And so you're really not having, it's night and day different from Royal Caribbean. And I've said that many times. I really disagree with people that are like, Disney's just a bunch of kids. Yeah, maybe if you go in summer or at Christmas. But the rest of the year, it's not like that. Whereas Royal Caribbean, every cruise I've been on Royal Caribbean, the kids are running around, older kids, middle school, teenagers, are running around in big packs like unsupervised. And you don't...
Minnie!
There's Minnie! There she is! Minnie just came out on deck and she waved to us and she's just looking over the thing. Should we go over there? Let's go over there. Oh, I think she's going off stage. Maybe. Hi, Minnie! So anyway, my point is kind of, the thing with Disney is that the kids that are on board, by the way, Minnie just, she smiled, waved, gave me a kiss, and gave Ben a high five. The thing with kids on board Disney Cruise Line is they're all occupied. They're either so small that they're with their parents all the time anyway, or they're in organized activities in the kids club. You do not have kids running around unsupervised on Disney Cruise Line the way that you do on mainstream cruise lines like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian. So I really think that that's an advantage. Okay, we're gonna take a stroll around the promenade deck. Okay, I'll reply to that later. We didn't get very far because we decided to play shuffleboard. Here's the set right here. And here's the shuffleboard court. We're gonna play a little shuffleboard. Don't tell me nobody plays shuffleboard anymore. Yeah. I can't tell.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think they need to be the smooth side down.
How did you play shuffleboard?
Should we move on?
I got one more.
Okay. I feel like the deck isn't smooth enough.
Yeah. They probably would wax it before.
Yeah. We're coming around. It shows here the jogging direction. Are we at the? Yeah, we're at the aft of the ship astern. You come around this part here where we're kind of in the engine area. It shows that 3 laps equals 1 mile. But you kind of have to go. You're not really outside for a minute. But you still can walk all the way around, and there are no stairs. So that's nice. I mean, you can see there's more life jackets here. These are all life jackets. And then up here there's the inflatable life rafts that they inflate when they hit the water. And you can see there are people jogging. So Ben was asking, where's the jogging track? So this doubles as the jogging track. And then you just come around. And then you're back out in like the maid promenade deck. And okay, see all these guys in the yellow jumpsuits? You'll see this on Disney Cruise Line all the time. They are cleaning and painting and staining like endlessly. Even though this ship is 23 years old, I think, it's in beautiful condition. They take very good care of this ship. There's no rust anywhere. It looks like a new ship. I mean, it's really in good condition, and it's because these guys are constantly working on it. So when you get to the front of the ship, it almost looks like you're gonna go in a tunnel or something. I was just chatting with a crew member confirming that this ship, the Wonder, is going to Australia, I think in early 2023. That is a first for Disney Cruise Line. They seem pretty excited about it. Ben thinks we should go. What do you think?
Yeah.
You want us to go take the Disney Wonder to Australia? Leave it in the comments and send us a big check. You can smell the fresh stain. Go to the right, buddy. I mean, they just keep this up so nicely. See, there's no stairs. It does drop down a little bit here at the bow, but it's just a ramp. So that's really nice for those of us who don't have a love affair with stairs. Oh, this is cool, yeah. This is all the anchor equipment in here. This is really fascinating. Look how big these are. Those are the ropes that hold the ship. So we're at the bow now. Film that, but just in case. It's not like a security thing.
Everyone can see it.
Yeah, everybody can see it walking by, and every ship has an anchor. So, but you come around like this. So there's a lot of crew area in here, because I think there's mechanical engineering stuff in this space here. I actually think it's really neat that you can walk around this and see this stuff. Again, look at, I mean, those guys in the yellow jumpsuits are just everywhere, keeping everything really nice and fixed up. And now we're on the port side, so our room is like right above us. Okay, we played Hero Quotes Trivia. It was really hard, and mainly because I feel like the quotes could have been from any movie, not even a Disney movie. Now, I got 19.5 out of 40 points. The woman who won got 32, and she far beat everybody else. Now we're on the top deck. Cabanas is over there and Daisy's Delights. It's very busy up here on the top deck. This is the Mickey slide. Lots of people up here. They do have kid life jackets if you need them. It looks like they're just filling the pool like it was empty. I think the pool was empty. And they're refilling it. Sully sips. You can get an Olaf or a Sven. You can get your free ice cream here, but they serve it to you. They are currently showing Luca on the big screen on Funnel Vision. And I'm actually quite impressed with how good that picture is, given that it's outside in the sun. Yeah, the pools, do they have water in them? What the heck? Oh no, there is. It's just way down there and you can't see it very well. And then up here, when we first went on this ship a long time ago, this was the arcade. And they changed it. Now this is Edge. So this is the middle school type age kids club. Vibe, which is for teenagers. Oh, we're in the 18 and older, so Ben can't go here. So this is the 18 and older. I did show you this last night from the deck above. Vibe for teenagers is in the funnel. One of the funnels is fake.
You mean Vibe?
Yeah, Vibe.
You keep saying it sounds like five.
No, Vibe for teenagers is in one of the funnels. The other funnel, one funnel is real and one funnel is fake. One thing I love about cruising, at least on most cruise lines, is that they make up your room twice a day. So you come back from your morning activities and your room is all made up and nice again. It's so lovely. I love it. Hello. Okay, quick note about the internet. I have now gone through the biggest size internet package that they have on the ship. It's $90 and it's 1,000 megabytes.
That's a gigabyte.
Yeah, 1 gigabyte. And I've used up 2 of those now, doing very simple things. And what threw me off is I did try to upload a video. It didn't finish. It was only a 6-minute video. It used up all the megabytes trying to upload. And then I just was doing very basic things. I was trying to messenger my daughter on Facebook Messenger, check my email really fast. I did one lesson on my Duolingo, and then that was it. The internet was gone. And so I spent $180. I only got a day and a half. And I'm not going to buy any more. That sucks. So thankfully, today is Tuesday. I have 2 days of streak freeze on Duolingo. So as long as I don't forget to do my Duo on Friday, don't let me forget, then I won't lose my streak because I'm almost to 1,000 days. I'm on 955 days streak. But I had to tell my daughter I won't be able to communicate with you anymore because I can't afford to buy another internet package. That's ridiculous. So the internet is really expensive, and it doesn't. You can hard
way of how they do it.
Huh?
It's not a good.
Yeah, it's not a good way how they do it. How they do it by megabyte, and
by gigabyte.
Yeah, and like that's not very much, and it doesn't last very long at all. So I mean, like if people are like looking at their Instagram or looking at their Facebook or trying to stream video, it's going to run out in minutes. So I don't recommend buying the internet on at least this ship. I don't know if the other ships are any different. Does anybody know? But I was very disappointed. Royal Caribbean definitely, so far of what I've seen, has the best internet at sea. And that was by speed. wasn't it? You paid for speed. So it was just constant. It's not like you were going to use anything up. You couldn't run out. It didn't charge you more. And the other thing that Disney has is it'll charge you by use. But I've heard people say that if you do that one, that it's really racks up expensive fast. Like it gets really, really expensive. And I can see why. So I don't like the way they do the internet on Disney Cruise Line. So I'm just going to have to kind of plan that if I'm on Disney, I'm not going to use the internet. So that's kind of a bummer. I don't like the way they do it. What's you guys' experience on other cruise lines besides Disney and Royal Caribbean with the internet? How is it charged? Okay, we are headed out here to the atrium. 12:15 for the diaper dash. This is where they race the babies. It's actually a terrible time to have this actually. They should have it in the morning. Babies need a nap. Look at him go. He's just taking a practice run, I think.
That's why you're all here. This is the reason you sail on the Disney Wonder for your once in a lifetime chance to watch some babies race. On the count of 3, give it a cheer. 1, 2, 3. All right, now for the past 15 minutes, we've been going around finding our contestants, and today we have 2 rounds and 2 heats of babies crawling. Let me tell you how it all works. So we have our babies, we have them all with numbers. What we're going to do is we'll call them one by one up to the start line. Now, one grown-up will stay with them here at the start line. If you want another grown-up, you can go down to the finish line. We will give them a 5-second countdown altogether, and they will crawl for their life to the other side. But here are the rules, everybody. Grown-ups, you must not entice your baby with food. You must not entice your baby with food, and also, it's for crawling babies, and crawling babies only. So if your baby walks, they get disqualified!
Training all the way from Oregon at an age of 11 months with a special superpower of pooping. It's Sven!
Hi, Sven. This is going to be your spot, Sven. Take your place over here. All right, give it up for Sven, everybody. All right, and who's going up against Sven?
Okay, so now, weighing in at 8 kilograms. Don't ask me what likes in pounds, I do not know. Coming all the way from Alameda at an age of 9 months with a special superpower of eating, it is Miles!
Hello, Miles! Miles, you're going to be on the A right there. All right, give it up for Miles, everybody. And the last baby in heat number 1 is who, Lewis?
Weighing in at 22 pounds, all the way from...
Somewhere in the world.
somewhere that isn't the Disney Wonder at an age of 1 year with a superpower of super speed. Everyone put your hands together for Benji!
Alright, Benji, come on in. You're going to be on the tee. There we go. You're going to be on the tee. Now, if you want, there we go. Now, for our first 2 here, if you do want another grown-up, you can have them down the other. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. If you want another one, you can go down to the other end. There we go. Alright, everyone. It is time to race the babies. If you're ready, give me an oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Alright, babies, assume your position on the crawling. And we're going to give them a 5-second countdown. They must crawl on their hands and knees. Everybody, 5-second countdown. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. As you can see,
He feels like he has all the time in the world.
Come on, buddy! Come on, buddy! Oh no! That's a big brother. That's a big brother.
He's nearly there.
Almost there.
I'm ready. And he's stopped at the finish line. He's not there yet.
Miles has just decided to have a little bowling.
There we go. We are so close to the finish line. Sven, you can do this.
You're almost there.
It's hosting the babies with mobile phones.
This has to be absolutely terrifying for the babies because we're screaming so loud. But that was so exciting because Sven was almost to the end and then Benji made an incredible comeback. Okay, this is round 2. Oh, look at him go! No contest!
Who won that round, Liz?
All right, it's the final. It's Benji against, what's her name?
I really hope Jack Jack's Diaper Dash. Give her a round of applause, everybody.
Benji went over to the other girl.
Benji's a speedy crawler who likes to go off track. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming to Jack Jack's Diaper Dash. If you had fun, give our babies a big cheer.
All right, an update. It's about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on our first C day. Ben went to see Thor: Love and Thunder in the cinema, and I went up to Cabanas and got myself a light lunch. Ben wasn't hungry. He was still full from breakfast. He did get some popcorn, though, with his movie. And then I went to the British pub, the Crown and Fin, I think it is, and I caught the tail end of TV Tunes trivia. So I just heard the answers, and I would have gotten about half of them. And then I stayed for Disney Cruise Line trivia. Everybody apparently thought it was pretty hard. There were 20 questions, so 20 points. The team that won got 11. They were gold as well. I came in second by myself, and I had 7 right. And then nobody else had, I think one team had 1 point and one team had like 2 points. So nobody else even got 5. So it was pretty fun, and it kind of gave me, I was surprised I didn't get more right, but some of them were really specific. Like you had to get a specific year and stuff like that. So you had to really know your stuff, but I was pleased that I did as well as I did. So the only other thing we have planned this afternoon is to meet a couple of characters. We want to meet Pluto and we want to meet Donald. And then it'll basically be time to get ready for dinner. And then tonight we have our first Broadway show. It's the Golden Mickeys. So we'll be going to that in the Walt Disney Theater. Down here in the atrium, they have Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle are dressed up as the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus and taking pictures with guests. And I found out at trivia just now that that Halloween tree's name is Bog, B-O-G. So very obscure piece of trivia for you. We just met Pluto in his candy corn outfit, and I told him that he's my favorite. Okay, no, don't tell Pluto, but Duffy's actually my favorite. But like the only places you can meet Duffy anymore are like Tokyo and maybe Alani. So I was really lucky to meet Duffy when I did at Epcot in 2015.
I think Pluto and Duffy, or Pluto and Mickey are
Pluto and Mickey are even
for me.
For Ben, yeah. Ben really likes Pluto and Mickey. And Pluto was very cute in his
they're
costume.
best buds.
Yeah, they are.
That makes sense.
And Duffy's also very important to Mickey, so that's why we really like them, because they're like the classics, you know. But anyway, that's the last of the characters we really care about meeting. We really lucked out in running into Goofy and Minnie, like out and about, and Stitch. So we didn't have to wait in line to meet them. Now, keep in mind though, the lines on the ship are still going to be way shorter and faster than any line you're going to wait in a park most of the time. It's a really great opportunity to meet characters on the Disney cruise ships because the lines aren't as bad, and also they wear such cool outfits that you wouldn't see them wear in the parks. So something that people really enjoy on Disney Cruise Line. Two other things I wanted to tell you that I've discovered about this particular cruise. One is the weather. Okay, it's very sunny and nice outside, but it's not warm. It's actually quite cold. Not cold, but I mean, we're wearing shorts and t-shirts today. It's you don't want to be out there very long. It's pretty breezy, and especially on deck 4 or deck 10 way up. Deck 9, you're kind of sheltered by those glass panels that go all the way around the ship. But like, I have no desire to go in the pool, do you? No, or down the slide.
Maybe when we're on the island.
Yeah, maybe when we're docked tomorrow in Cabo San Lucas, if we can go down the slide and go in the pool, then we might. But otherwise, I'm afraid I'll be too cold. So it's kind of refreshing because we did so many things over the summer this year that were so hot. Our Harmony of the Seas cruise, very, very hot. Our trip to Walt Disney World in July, very, very hot. And Europe, extremely hot. So it's actually really refreshing and nice to be on a cruise in a different location and at a different time of year. You know, it's November now. Two things I'm really loving about this cruise. One is it's Disney. I'm sorry. I just really love Disney Cruise Line. Those of you who love Disney Cruise Line like I do, you'll know what I'm talking about. And secondly, I'm just overjoyed that it's not in the Caribbean. I'm just kind of sick of the Caribbean and the Bahamas. So I'm so excited to be going someplace different. Bring pants and long sleeves and a jacket and like sweaters, because it's not that, like, we overestimated the warmth of the weather here. And there's other people on the ship who obviously are probably, you know, from Southern California or something, and we're a little bit more prepared clothing wise for how cool it is. The second thing that I noticed, and so I asked a dad about it that was waiting in line in front of us to meet Mickey earlier, the kids are wearing magic bands. And we were like, what in the world? And Ben asked me, he said, Mom, can you use magic bands on the ship? And I said, no. They just got Magic Band Plus at Disneyland. And they've had magic bands for a long time now at Walt Disney World, but you can't use magic bands on the ship. So I asked about that. I asked this dad whose little girl was wearing one, and he said they use them in the kids' clubs. So that's interesting, because 5 years ago on our last Disney cruise, my kids just got like these plastic bands, and that's the same thing that they would get like on Royal Caribbean. And they don't identify the kid in any way. They just basically have their assembly station on it. So if there was an emergency, the kids' staff could take the child to the correct assembly station. That's basically all they did. But now I would assume the magic bands, you know, they have an RFID chip in them and actually have identifying information about the child. I am curious if the magic bands that they're using for the kids clubs on the ships, though, are completely different than the magic bands that they're using in the park. Like, I wonder if you could bring a magic band from Disney World onto the ship and have the kid use it in the kids club.
Maybe.
Yeah, we don't know. So that's something kind of interesting. Or if they're just temporarily issued magic bands that the kids club just has and puts on the child while they're on the ship, and then you have to turn it back in maybe. I'm not sure, but that was just something we observed that I thought was kind of interesting. So the rest of our evening tonight is we just have a little chill time now. We're going to get ready for dinner. This is our dressy night. They said it's really not. There is no dressy night on a 4-night cruise, but we're dressing our best of our outfits tonight. We're going to Tiana's place for dinner. Yeah. And then we are going to see The Golden Mickeys is our show tonight. And then we'll probably go to bed after that, right?
Oh, I might do stuff.
Ben might do stuff. He can stay up later than me. I'm old and I have to go to bed.
Hey, can I say this to you first? So, it's really annoying. Obviously I'm a teenager.
And you have a middle-aged mom?
Yeah. But, so mom has become 50. And now her sleep schedule is she has to go to bed at like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And
I wake up really early.
you wake up at like 7 or
yeah,
whatever a.m. And then, but me, if I even try to, unless it's better when we travel, but I can't really fall asleep that easily.
Yeah, he can't fall asleep that early.
Yeah. So I go to bed usually at 11 and maybe fall asleep at like 12.
And if I let him, he'd sleep until noon every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a very good point. That can be a little tricky when you're traveling with your teenagers and you get as old as me, because I am an older mom technically, because I didn't have Ben till I was 35, which, you know, I was considered a geriatric pregnancy when I was pregnant with Ben. And I have a big gap. I had Andrew when I was 24. And there's definitely a difference in how I feel from when I went on my first Disney cruise with Andrew when he was 4 years old and I was 28. And going on this Disney cruise with Ben when I'm 50. So know thyself and what your limitations are and what your energy level is like. And, you know, what can you deal with and what kind of schedule, and, you know, work out a compromise. And Ben's old enough and the ship is a safe environment. He can be out on his own doing stuff after I'm in bed, and that works fine for us. So, you know, just kind of take that into consideration depending on your age and the age of your child.
Tiana's place. You like what I did with the old sugar man? My daddy always said it. A little bit of hard work, dedication, and a pretty believe that you can be anything you set your mind to. And let me tell you now, he was right about that. Now, are y'all ready to have some fun here tonight? There you are. Oh, I didn't hear you correctly. Are y'all ready to have some fun in here tonight?
Come on, everybody, get up for this. And we got Daniel on the keys, everybody. Show Daniel some love. And my name is Leon. They just let me sing with them from time to time. It's a nice gig. So we just played some New Orleans jazz for you, but right now we're gonna have some fun with some Disneyland jazz. Is that all right?
Tonight we have a pull-apart brioche, iceberg wedge.
Tonight, we're gonna have one of the biggest parties in the world. We like to call it Tiana's Mardi Gras. We'll be playing some real crazy jazz. And speaking of jazz, here comes the trumpet playing Tina Simpson. I love it.
What was it? It was chicken.
Wait. Oh.
Hi! This guy's voice is amazing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from Tiana's. Happy birthday to you.
A couple of things I wanted to tell you about dinner. One of the things I love about dining on a cruise ship is when you're done eating, you can just leave. You don't have to wait for the check or pay the bill or anything like that. I mean, we always like to say good night to our servers or whatever, but you can just go. You don't have to sit around waiting for anything. Another thing I want to say about the servers on Disney Cruise Line, which is really nice, they are very good with kids. They are really good at entertaining. Like, we can see them with the little kids around us. I remember when they did this with my kids when my kids were littler. They'll cut up their meat for them if they need them to. They will do magic tricks. The server over at the next table was doing a magic trick for the kids. They will do little puzzles on the table. They can make origami. They do all sorts of things to keep the kids entertained. And they also, on Disney Cruise Line, always bring your kids' food out first. And they remember what they like from night to night. So, like, they'll have their drink ready, things, you know, that they have a favorite appetizers.
The kids menu.
Yeah.
This tonight,
He had it waiting for
waiting
you.
for me when I got there.
Yep, in case you wanted to pick something off of that.
I mean, I didn't get anything off this.
Right. Last night, Ben got his food off the main menu, but he got the dessert off the kids menu. So just know they'll do whatever you want. You can get two of.
It's not like the McDonald's.
Right, exactly. But I mean, if you want two appetizers, you can get two appetizers. If you want no main and just dessert, you can do that. You know, you can get 3 cans of dessert if you want to. We asked our server booty tonight 2 questions that we were wondering about. One is if there's going to be are there supposed to be any kind of fall treats on the ship for the Halloween cruise, other than the special spider chocolate cake we got last night, and like the trick-or-treat candy that they gave out last night during trick-or-treating. And he said no, that was really it. So it's not like the parks where they have a whole bunch of special themed holiday treats. So don't expect that on the cruise. We kind of wondered if that was going to be a thing, but it's not. The other thing we asked him about, because our dining rotation, because it's the rotational dining on Disney Cruise Line, we have Tiana's place 2 nights in a row. And so we asked, because tonight was the show, and it was Mardi Gras themed and New Orleans themed for Tiana. And Tiana was there, and what's the alligator crocodile guy's name?
Miguel?
I can't remember, but he was there.
Louis,
yeah. And they won't be there tomorrow night, and there will be no show tomorrow night. So if you have the same restaurant 2 nights, and like if you're an Animator's Palette on your rotation twice, you only get the show the first time, I think it is. And then the other time it'll just be normal. So, and then we asked him.
Also, the table next to us, they were the same people from last night.
Yes, they are. We are seated in the same places. We asked him if it would be the same menu, because I have to be honest, the New Orleans Mardi Gras menu is not my favorite. Ben and I did have a little challenge tonight ordering food tonight, so it's not my favorite menu. And he said no, the menu will be different tomorrow night, and tomorrow night is Pirate Night. So, and we're familiar with the Pirate Night menu. The Pirate Night menu is kind of like a Caribbean menu, but that'll be the same in every restaurant. So it's Pirate Night for the whole ship. So that's just something to be aware of too. I'm actually kind of surprised they do the Pirate Night when we're in California. I wonder if they do it in Alaska and Europe too. I don't even know. Our towel animal tonight is a crab. Is that what he is?
Something.
He's very creative. Oh. There's a thing about, it's a tender port.
What does it mean?
So we can't get off and walk around because you got to take a boat.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, so we probably will just stay on the ship and show you the pretty views. Oh, and she did the curtains to give you privacy. That's cool. So yeah, we're just in the room to change quick, and then we're going to a Disney Tunes trivia. Something we were just saying about why we like a smaller ship like this, because this is a very manageable, small size ship, and it's only like 2,500 passengers or something. You get to know people.
I was saying that. Mom.
Yeah, Ben was saying it.
Stop saying that you did it.
Okay, but I agree with you. Okay, you get to know people. You see the same people over and over. You recognize people from, you know, that are sitting near you when you're at dinner. We were just chatting with people in the elevator. You meet people waiting in line to meet characters and take photos, and you get to see the same people over and over. And I just think that's really nice. It makes it a very friendly, warm atmosphere and environment on the ship. I got 32 out of 45 on Disney Tunes trivia. And now we're going to the Golden Mickeys. Look, it's like the Oscars. There's paparazzi and everything.
Oh my goodness, the lightsaber! I saw you in the latest Star Wars film. It was incredible. Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Right this way to the red carpet. We'll see
The
you soon.
paparazzi. Step and repeat.
Hi, friends. How are you? Hi.
Candy.
Yeah, let's get seats and then I'll come back and get something.
Can I have a candy?
Hello.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's in 14 minutes. Or 12 minutes. Sorry,
Good evening, my fabulous friends, and welcome to the glamorous and star-studded red carpet live from the beautiful and majestic Walt Disney Theater. Yes, we're so excited. I am your host, Annie.
Actually,
and tonight
go there.
is the event of the season. You know what? No, it's the event of the year.